Hey guys, it's me, and I'm doing kind of like a, well, at the top it says my special candy. I wrote that because the world's worst speller right here, yeah. And I can't spell sentimental. That has the most sentimental candy. And when I show this candy, it isn't to be like, oh yeah, here, look, because this is better than yours, or to say that these are my favorites and be like, oh, if your candy's not in here, the ones that you've given me, then your candy's not good. I'm not saying that either, so I'm just putting it out there. But this is mostly because Cassie Constellation, yes, wanted me to check out her giveaway, and so I figured I'll make you a video since I just finished cleaning my room, and I was like, oh, I'll just do a video. There's actually, I don't have just one, I have a couple of sentimental, so I'm going to try and hurry and make it. But I'll talk about each one a little bit. This star cuff is like all broken, you can see string hanging everywhere. This is what got me into candy. This is the first piece. And this green star, and this girl was working on the purple star. Like, these two were already made in my science class. She was in my science class. Her name was Rafaela. So if she ever sees this, it's from you. I still have it. But she made me these two, and she was working on the purple one. I was like, oh, how do you do that? And she's like, well, cellular mango, sorry, I can't say that. I'm having issues. Has a tutorial, so you should go watch it. And I was like, oh, okay. So towards, like, at the end, she gave it to me, and so you can see all the strings, and then she made a better one. She's like, I can trade you, I'll switch you, and you can have this better one. I was like, no, it's okay. This one means more, because this was your first one ever, and she gave it to me. And then, yeah, she gave that to me, and I started making candy. And I got one of those tubes, like these, not these colors, but I got one of these things to start off with candy, because I didn't know. And it had the pinks and purples and yellow, it had these colors. And this star right here was my first star ever. I started off with stars, and then I did Pac-Man Ghost, and I really didn't want to start a cup. I was scared I was gonna fail. But, okay, so this was like on day 1, and day 2 I did just Pac-Man Ghost and stars, just practicing, and did some more stars, as you can see, and I put it on a necklace. Then I was like, on day 3, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try my first cuff. And I got these beads at the dollar store, so they're not like the best quality beads. Because like I said, I didn't know. This was like 2 years ago. But yeah. And some of the green came off because the baby attacked it. But for my first cuff, I didn't use a pattern or anything because I didn't know about patterns until I looked it up. And then, so that was day 3, like I said. Day 4, I went and made this. I wanted to start off with the little one, so. This was my second cuff ever for day 4. And day 5, I went and bought some more beads because my sister started making them. She started making the Pac-Man Ghosts because she really, really liked those. And she still makes a bunch of those to this day. And we went and got matte beads, and I made this pink gloomy, this is day 4. I made this pink gloomy bear, the heart, and the blue gloomy bear. I watched tutorials, I kid you not. The rest of the day 3, I did nothing but watch tutorials and I make sure I could get it. I did really good. I messed up a couple of the beads, like this one right here. That's supposed to be a dark pink to close the ear, but from going from this to this in one day, yeah, I think I did really, really good. And for not knowing what I'm doing. But, I don't know. Like, here's the nose and the eye, because some people say they can't see it. It's like facing that way. And the yellow's the eyeball, the nose, so it's like facing like this. That's how it's explained to some people. And then this is actually my first X-Base ever. So this thing's old. This is a couple years old. And it's still standing and it still works and I can wear it. It's still really good quality for being old. Not that candy gets old, but after a couple of years, you know, you might want to restring it. But I have no reason to restring this. But yeah, it was my first X-Base, and I just, right then and there, after I finished it, I was like, yeah, I finished it! Greedy. And it came out wonderfully. Like, some people have issues with like picture cuffs or issues with the X-Face. I had no issue. I was so happy. Like I said, I watched like 4 or 5 tutorials before I did it because everyone does something a little different. And so I watched a few tutorials and then went for it. This single means a lot to me. I know because Dallas Cowboys, and it's not for the reason you would think. My cousin's a big Dallas Cowboys fan, and he would take it from me and wear it, and he'd give it back to like, it's our pride. This art thing. It's art thing. And so, you know, every time I wear it or have it on or just even see it sitting in my big pile of singles, I'll think of him. So this makes me think of my cousin. And like, I don't know if I've said this before, but my sister doesn't really make candy. Why? It's not that she doesn't like it, she does. She just doesn't like the work. She really doesn't. But she went and got beads from Walmart, those big tubes that have just random letter beads and little animals in it. And she made me this single that says my initials, CRL. There we go, maybe, no. But then it has like flowers and tri-beads and butterflies and a fish, I don't know why. And then butterflies and more flowers and then my initials again, CRL. And this means a lot because my sister never makes candy for me. And so I'll wear it just to be like, look, I still have it. And she'll be like, yeah, whatever, it's ugly. Well, you made it. And she's like, whatever. This is just a perler. I don't know if this counts as candy, but I'm showing it anyway. It's Perler, Pokemon Perler. And it's sentimental, not because, you know, I love Pokemon, but I do. Because my grandpa made it. Believe it or not. We were sitting there making candy. He's like, so, what do you guys need me to make? And I was like, and he grabbed the little circle perler thing, the little board, and we showed him a pattern. He's like, I can do that. And so he kind of just went off on his own and figured it out. It was cool that he went and sat there and did it with us. Not a lot of grandpas would do that, I don't think. And if your grandpa does that, then he's a freaking amazing grandpa. And lastly, it's not that it has sentimental value, I guess. It's more that I put a lot of pride into this. And I guess it has some sort of value, but I'm going to show it anyway. My first dead mouse 5 head, or dead mouse head, however you want to say it, on a necklace, red and black. My first one ever. And it is ugly. Why? Because it has so many holes. Like, it was really, really good for a while. It was really good during the beginning. And up here, like, it wouldn't have had a hole there, but I put the ear on. Like, I didn't do it to this side, but there's a little bit of hole. So I think next time, whatever color I'm going to do my beads, I'm going to spray paint it. But for my first one ever, and the ears came out great. And it says, this way. Says turn it up with a heart, and you know, it may be the ugliest thing to you, and it probably is one of the ugliest pieces ever. One of the ugliest pieces of candy I have ever made. But I'm so proud of it because I tried a 3D Pokeball a couple years back when I first started, and I wanted one of these since then. When I first started, and I couldn't do it. And I've tried to find people who can make it, and either they don't want to trade with me, or people that I am trading with can't make it. And so, the fact that I did it, really, it makes me feel good. But yeah, that's just some of my sentimental candy, or special candy. But yeah. Gonna go through, and I'm gonna probably just let this video go now. Okay, bye.